I remember thinking when I'm on stage, that will be like the best moment of my life because I reached the top of my career. I did everything I wanted to do. I will make my parents proud. But when I did all that, I realized that it wasn't what I thought. And it's a lie from the enemy to think that like all these things will fill a void in your heart. Hi everyone, my name is Jeanie. Growing up, both of my parents were Buddhists, but they were not practicing. But about 10 years ago, my dad brought us to a Christian church. Even though I was exposed to Jesus for the first time, I was not practicing Christianity or had a relationship with Jesus. I was in college at the time. I wanted to pursue my own things. I had my own plan. I was part of a student group. We went on a pilgrimage. It kind of changed my perspective of what, Jesus is and spirituality. After that, I went on a gap year of traveling and doing different nonprofit works. And one of them was disaster relief. And that, drew me closer to God. After that year of doing nonprofit, I met a guy, and he was in sales, and he took me on this journey of achievement in sales and going after your own, goals and wealth for 4 years. And this is where I really got really far away from God. I think on the outside, people thought I was happy. I was traveling the world. I was making a lot of money where I could retire my parents. I was a leader in my sales organization. And behind the scenes, what people didn't know was I was drinking excessively. I was really miserable. I did not see my family. I lost my purpose, and I had a chronic disease of people-pleasing. Because my partner was doing all these things, I followed him, and he was my idol. And so for those 4 years, I was just trapped in this validation, identity crisis, and not knowing God. 4 years ago, after hosting all those conventions, I hit a really dark place with my partner, and I left everything behind in Las Vegas. I just packed a suitcase and I came to Bellevue, where I live with my sister, and I gave my life back to God because I had nothing. Like, what is this life? Like, what was all that work for? Why did I try so hard and I lost it all? And so I remember just sobbing and just praying to God, like, that I will do whatever you want me to do. I will say yes to the next thing you want me to do and not what I want to do. Thank God for my sister, because she drove me to counseling, and that's where I met someone that took me on a journey of discipleship for the first time in my life, learning to find my identity in Christ, learning to find my validation from Christ, to not put my hope in things of the world, whether it's money, whether it's career, or your partner, which is the hardest for me. I think one thing I've always kept hush-hush about is my faith. Even when I was Christian in my earlier 20s, I just never really talked about it because I knew people would judge me and being Christian isn't cool or whatever it may be. But now that I'm in this new relationship with God and with Jesus. I'm just so proud of it, and I've seen what it's done for other people and what it's done for me. And I think this is cheesy, but I think my whole life I wanted someone to come save me. I wanted someone like a Prince Charming to come on his horse and ride up and be like, "Hey, Jeanie, I'm here to save you." And I think there's this thing between me and Jesus right now that Jesus is saying that I'm your husband, that I'm your bridegroom, and I'm the one that's going to save you. No one else will save you but me. And I think for the longest time I didn't believe him, but I think being baptized now, I'm ready for that. And he may not ride up in a horse, but it's okay. He saved my life, that's better. Hi, I'm Jeanie, and I confess with my mouth and I believe with my heart that Jesus is Lord. Yay!